What's going down, T Subs and T Squad? So yeah, Love and Hip Hop. This is season 11, episode 8. Renni ain't fire. So, Scrap. We open up with Scrapadap going down to his attorney's office. I assume that's who she was, a fellow Capricorn. I ain't know Scrapadap, aka Daryl, was a Capricorn, but it's good to know. And he's around there with none other than Erica Dixon, baby. Shout out to Miss Erica Dixon. Y'all know Erica Dixon is my absolute favorite. OG. She has always been my favorite. So definitely shout out to her. And he talks about how he never felt any love from Gumby, how the love was never there, and how he was with somebody, but he felt so alone, and da 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 da. And what getting me is Scrapadap has the same sad song and dance when it comes down to all of his women. With all of the women that he was with, it was always the same thing. Everything that he complained about that he wasn't getting from Gumby is the exact same thing that he was complaining that he wasn't getting from Erica Dixon. Which is why, even though I love Erica and I'm so glad to see her, in my opinion, it kind of made you look foolish sitting over here, being up here, and then for you to sit in your professionals, talking about somehow you're just here to see Gumby's karma crash and burn. But be clear, sis, you was once Gumby. Now don't get me wrong, although you decided not to marry him and to give the ring back and to move on with your life, I'm glad you did. You was once her. So it's like, and you didn't want nobody laughing at you. See, it wasn't funny when it was happening to you, but now you want to sit over here and have a front row seat. So it's just like, if people start to tell you how stupid and ignorant and foolish as shit that you was looking, sitting up, being around there, doing all of this foolishness, the same foolishness that Gumby was doing, I mean, I'm just saying. And as much as I see, listen, I say all that to say this. I would have appreciated it better had you reveled in her karma off camera. You know, but on camera, you finna be a lady about yours, and you're just not gonna need to do my sideburns, child, with this Sunni girl. Anyway, and you, I would have much rather you pissed on her grave in private versus us seeing you do it in public, especially when we get down to the next episode and the next scene coming down where you were sitting over there and then Amani was sitting here talking about it. And I get it, but again, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Um, but anywho, they was asking her how did she feel about her as a step parent, and then she said she doesn't care for her as a step parent, and so on and so forth, and blah blah blah. And maybe that does happen in cases like that. I mean, I've never seen it, but maybe that does happen in these court cases where I mean, I don't necessarily see what that means. I mean, considering that Imani is now 18 and it's not as if she lived with them. Erica always been the primary parent. I mean, look, again, I ain't never been through that. I ain't never had to go through that. People that been through divorce and y'all had churn and all of that, get me together in the comments. Like I say, I'm medical fish, not legal fish, but it was just weird. Moving on. Rashida and Kirk down to the Frost Bistro, child, and Kirk is mad when he finds out that they have a permit issue because Rashida didn't file the general permit, and they have a grand opening coming up, and it's going to take a couple days. And it was supposed to take a couple days, but now it's about to take a couple of weeks because of that situation. Rashida said that she forgot that they was in the historical district and that she even needed a permit. She didn't know. Um, Listen, at least Rashida took accountability and said, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even know about it, so no, I didn't know. You know, but Kirk, you coming down there, shaking your head, already setting it. I mean, listen, Kirk, it happens, my boy. It happens. Okay, it happens. All right. Like, did it have to be all of that? Because the gag is, I'm sick of y'all. Like it's the same shit with y'all. I'ma be honest. Kirk feeling really unappreciated, you know, taking his love for granted, baby. And he don't know how much more he can take of her. Okay. She don't do the things she used to do. She don't even say she love him too. And lately he's been feeling unappreciated. Yes. Shout out to Cherish Child. That's off their first album. I'm getting so sick and tired of hearing about how Kirk is feeling really unappreciated by Rashida. Shout out to El Teddy and how he felt like this and how he felt like that. Nigga, man up and grab your nuts. I'm so sick of that. Like, Rashida's supposed to be the hoe in the marriage. If both of y'all hoes, where the niggas at? Moving on. Moving on. Because, girl, so then we see Rashida again, and she meeting up with Trash Can Yan for lunch, and to talk. So they talk about Grace and her daughter, and she said that her daughter is doing fine, which is we glad to hear that. And I also would be glad to hear whether you got furniture down to your house yet, Grace, and that. But she's worried about her saying that she's felt like she's dying. Girl, please. Grace is a hypochondriac. She's a drama queen. Like, trust me, Grace is gonna be just fine. If she listens and obeys the doctor's orders and allow her body to rest, do what she needs to do, get that hernia removed, heal yourself properly, do what the stop being in such a rush to get back on stage, Grace. You in such a rush to get back on stage, girl. Stop. You're not Beyonce. Beyonce can do that. Okay, only Beyonce can and only her body can allow her to do stuff like that. Okay, you ain't her, so just sit down somewhere and relax yourself, and she gonna be fine. Um, Rashida vents about Kirk, but I already talked about that. Trash Can Yan finna be on a panel about women artists, and Rennie and Amy's beef come up, but it ain't no beef because it had absolutely nothing to do with Rennie and everything to do with the label. Amy is mad at the wrong person, and that's just what I said. But it's been 3 years. So I don't even understand why it should matter at this point because is anybody still listening to the song? 3 years later, is anybody still listening to that damn song? Please let me know. Um, Scrapadap, Erica, and Imani go to Sandbox, I think it was called, for Imani's 18th birthday, and they talk about Gumby. Imani calls her a Debbie Downer, and she opens up about how she's constantly hearing Gumby down her mom and her dad. And this is why I say we're going to circle back to this. Again, Erica, karma spins the block. And I would have appreciated it more had you just stayed out of this, sis. All right? I'm going to be honest. I would have appreciated you more, Erica, had you stayed out of this shit and allowed that situation to be theirs and allow your situation to be whatever it is. I really would have appreciated this just being about Imani. We didn't have to hear about Imani's feelings because at the end of the day, bitch, who really gives a damn? All right? Just being honest. Who really cares at y'all don't have to deal with each other. They're no longer married at this point, Imani. And even if they was, Imani is basically grown at this point and going in the car. Like I say, it was never a situation where she was living with them and she just have to deal with Gumby and what they had going on. And they got nothing to do with her. You understand? And if people in Gumby's family decide to come back at Imani, you can't say shit. And neither can she because she's not little Imani no more. She's 18. She grown enough to speak, so they feel like she's grown enough to get gagged back. That's why it's just best to keep other people up out that shit. Let that just be Daryl and Gumby's situation. It ain't got to have nothing to do with you, sis. All right? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm glad to see you, but, you know, because you the one that's still bitter. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like you the one that's still bitter, and that's why you so damn happy to be sitting here reveling at what this girl got going on. And I would have appreciated it better had you just been unbothered. I'm just gonna be real. And I'm gonna tell you something, Scrap. You sitting around here using Erica, because that's what you're doing. You sitting around here using Erica and the money to get back at Gumby, but be clear, you got minor churn with Gumby. And I'm more than sure Gumby is the primary parent. You finna make it. She gonna make it real hard for you to see your children. Because if it was me, I would. Oh, you want to go sit over here and play around with this bitch and her damn kid, and y'all want to sit over here and try to run down on me on my show, and her ass ain't even up here no more. Oh, bitch, I got you. Because she gonna make it real hard for you with them kids. I'm just letting you know that now, Daryl. You playing a real dangerous game because y'all got minor churn. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Because I'm telling you, if it was me, oh, I'm going to get you where it hurt. I know that'll hurt you. Moving on. Um, and y'all know I like Erica. But I'm also going to be fair here, and I'm also going to be an adult here. And if I don't like it, I don't like it, and I don't like it. I know everybody is going to go up for it, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, I personally would have appreciated her pissing all over her grave off camera and leaving Imani out of it. Moving on. Um, Rashida at home with Carter. Kirk comes home with another damn attitude. Carter writing him a poem about his dad, and it cheers up Kirk. And then he and Rashida is able to talk, and Rashida tells him how much that he's really appreciated, and how she's not taking his love for granted, baby, and all of the rest of that stuff. Listen, I at first I felt like y'all, because listen. Again, it's the same song and dance as season one. Like we've dealt with this season one, season two, season three, season four. We listen. Hey Carter, it was good to see you, Carter. Yeah, it was good to see you, friend. Moving on. Um, it was real good to see you, friend. So, so Amy meets with Chaotic down in the park. It was real good to see you, friends. So Amy meets down with Chaotic down to the park, and they talk about his interactions with Erica Banks and her baby hairs, and then they talk about Rennie being at the same panel. One, I'm already over this whole teenage love affair that you, Amy, and them baby hairs got with Chaotic. Now, don't get me wrong. As much as I like Chaotic, and as much as I want him in my bed, just like y'all bitches. I'm gonna need for y'all to find a better storyline for all three of them because I'm getting sick of them at this point. Amy, I remember you distinctly saying that you don't look at him like that, so it don't even matter. So how we get from that to now all the way in episode 8, now you still giving this man conversation, you still giving him attention, and you still giving him play. Like you trying to give him an ultimatum when you already know the type of game he playing. That don't make no sense to me. And in my opinion, you way older than Erica Banks and them baby hairs. If Erica Banks decides to still play in this thing with him, that's one thing. Because again, I feel like she's younger than you, but you 33 years old, sis. Like you confusing me, girl. And don't get me wrong, because like I say, I want him in my bed just like y'all bitches. But considering the fact that you 33 years old and you already made it clear, I thought that you wasn't down for the games and there won't none of this and blah blah blah. How did we go from that to this? So both of y'all want to be in competition with each other over chaos. Y'all had to have fucked him. Amy, I don't believe you ain't never fucked that man. Amy, I don't believe it. I believe you did. He put down that 305 Diago on your ass. It's probably thick as hell, long as hell. It might be uncut and girthy, because that's really what it gave. He put it down on your ass, and you just, I know what it is. All right, you ain't fooling me. Moving on. So the Art of Women Empowerment panel, shout out to the panel and shout out to the women that was there. Shout out to Miss Deb, girl. Y'all know I love me some Deb, too. Y'all know Deb talk like this, girl. Shout out to Deb. I live for Deb. Ho ass Mita was the one that set it up. Shout out to Ho ass Mita for setting this up and us getting to see Miss Deb and all of the rest of that stuff because I was here. So Amy talks to Erica and her baby hairs. I don't care. I don't care. I'm listen. I don't care. This is not for the love of chaotic. This is love and hip hop Atlanta. All right. I do not care. Y'all hoes sitting here arguing up and down on Twitter or X, whatever it is. Because do y'all shit got an X now? Is it even still Twitter or is it X at this point? Y'all tell me. Y'all all up and down on X and all up on damn IG, Snapchat, TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Arguing with each other over chaotic. Like, chaotic must got a dick of gold, child, and I want a piece. Straight the hell up. Send me a listen. Wrap a little bit up and freeze dry. All right, and send it to me through AirMail. Priority. I just want a little piece of it, not a whole lot. I just want a small little corner of it. Okay, a small little corner of it would do me just fine because the way that y'all is just over here arguing all up. Rennie and Amy talk. The talk turns into an argument on Amy's side. Um, they damn near get ratchet in front of everybody, more so Amy than Rennie. You know, Trash Can Yan and Miss Deb tries to chime in and help her out, and they gave her good advice because they was right. You sat up there on that panel and talked about how females really don't need to be beefing with each other. All of y'all are in the industry, and all of y'all need to stick together. And then you turn around and get into a yelling and screaming match with Rennie over something that you know what? I feel like I owe Rennie an apology because at the end of the day, it really don't have nothing to do with Rennie if she's signed to a label and that's the label's doing. And I felt Rennie when she was like, you made that a personal attack on me when I had nothing to do with that. And then once I responded and I reacted, then you and all of your minions wanted to then turn around and make me out to be the bad guy over a situation I had no control of. And it's been 3 damn years and you still mad about again. Is anybody still listening to the song? 3 years later, is anybody still listening to this bitch song? Cause I ain't never heard the damn song. And I ain't had no interest in hearing it. I don't know, Amy. Like you just confusing me a lot. Like I was on your side, but then once I heard Amy's standpoint of things, and then what you gave on the stage did not match what you gave in front of them damn people. It made you look real crazy, and it made you look like a damn hypocrite. And Miss Deb was right. You allowed her to walk in here and change your whole damn outlook on life. It made you look foolish. It really did. It really did. But shout out to Yandy's outfit though, bitch. That out. Listen, y'all know I don't fool with Trash Can Yan, but I was down for her outfit, baby. The dress was everything. I loved it. What was it? Chanel. That's what it kind of gave. It gave something like that. Versace. You know what was it? Was it your? Well, no, you don't make no clothes. It's skincare. What was you wearing, child? Because I was here for it. It was real cute. Um, But I was for Trash Can Yan in this moment because she did give Amy some really good advice. You know what I'm saying? And she held Amy's feet to the flame. She did. And I was down for Trash Can Yan for that. I will give her that. But at the end of the day, Amy and Rennie was able to come to some sort of resolution with each other, but Rennie was over it. All right, Rennie was over it, and I was sorry. I would have been over it too. It's been 3 years at this point. I'm sick and tired of talking about this. Is anybody still listening to the song? I really want to know that. Is anybody still listening to the song? Please, please let me know. But y'all, that's it. That's all I got. I ain't got no more. Y'all drop down in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all felt about last night's episode and whatnot. And yeah, I'll holler at y'all. Bye.
Cause when you're gone